position it so that it looks more like a chicken before I start cutting it. You're recording? Okay. So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to kind of pull it so that it looks more like a chicken, so that it's not splayed out. It's going to be easier to cut. The first thing that we're going to do is, anytime you have this excess fat up here at the neck, cut that off just to make it easier to see where you're going, right? We're going to remove the wishbone first. So come in, scrape that wishbone down. And where I'm scraping is right here. I'm scraping the clavicle until you can hear that sound of scraping bone. And then once I've gotten it cleaned out and you can see that bone, I'm going to put my thumbs behind it. I'm going to come in right behind that lower portion and cut that out. And the same thing here. I'm angling my blade into the bottom of that wishbone, lift up, scrape the blade, and then roll it out. So that theoretically you take it out with as little meat or fat on it. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the wings. So we're going to take the wings and we're going to fold it up over the chicken's head. And as you pull it, you can see this white tendon right here. You're going to cut into that tendon, which allows you to pop it out of socket. And then you want to come in and cut against the wing to take that wing out. Now, when I do wings, I like to just go ahead and disarticulate them. Now, you can take it, you can fold it into the half Nelson again and serve it like that, or whatever you want to do with it. But I like to cut them so they're ready to go. So I disarticulate the wingtip. I'm going to disarticulate the drum from the midsection. Then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So lift the wing up over the head, cut right into the wing, pop it out of socket, cut the wing off, disarticulate the wing, and lay that out. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the legs. So we're going to fold it over. If you have any excess abdominal cavity fat, go ahead and cut that out. Cut the Pope's nose off. Massage the legs away from the breasts. Pop them out of socket. Come in. Scoop the oyster out. Alright, and then we're going to take that fat off. Now these we're going to leave whole as just regular chicken leg quarters. Okay, so we're going to leave those whole. Do the same thing on the other side. Follow the long muscle in the thigh down to the pelvis. Scoop the oyster out over the ball and socket joint, right down the backbone. Trim up any excess fat should you have any. Then lay out your leg. Then you're going to do the mother cat. Take the fat off. Then we're going to do it a little differently. We're actually going to take the skin off because we're making boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You're going to come in and peel the skin from the side and just roll it over. Peel that skin off all the way. And now, what you can see here is there's a V. Here's one side of the V, here's the other side of the V. At the bottom portion of that V, you're going to insert your knife in, across, through the rib cage, and then when you look into the rib cage, you can actually see where the ribs aren't connected. You're basically going to cut up through that, holding the backbone in your hand. Then you're going to take it, you're going to pull it towards you, so you're going to put this on the board, you'll be standing here, put the neck on the board, pull it down, which causes these two bones to jut out. When you do that, you're going to come in behind that and make a cut like that to pull it out. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you pull it, so the neck is on the table, causes those two bones to jut out, cut down behind them, and lift the backbone out. Okay? Then you're going to spin it around. This is the keel bone. You're going to cut through the cartilage at the top. So this is the keel bone here. You can see the red bony part. At the top of that, you're going to cut through the cartilage and stop. When you hit bone, stop. You're going to take your thumbs and place it on either side of that incision you just made. You're going to take your fingers and press the keel down, which is going to pop that out. Then you're going to run your fingers down the side of that keel bone. you're going to pull the keel bone up, which allows it to be a little easier to grab. Put your fingers around it and pull the keel bone out nice and clean. Then you're going to come in and take the breastplate out. You're going to come in at this little bone right here, cut that out. You're going to use that bone as a handle now. Just keep following that out. So I'm just following that bone, rolling it out. Right, and I'm going to take it all the way off here. So I want my bones to be clean. I don't want to leave meat on the bones. Do the same thing here. Use that as your handle. Come back against the bone. Follow that down and off. Okay? Now, when you flip it over, it might look different than the breast that you get in the store. First of all, it has a lot of excess fat, so we're going to trim that fat off. Right? Now, the primary difference from probably what you're used to getting in the store is these two little pieces right here. These are part of the breast. They come off of the scapula, the back part of the scapula. You can use it for stir fries, but what we're doing is, by leaving these on here, it's usable breast meat, we're increasing our yield and increasing what we're showing to our customers or our clients. Right? So now you got a clean breast, and it looks like a Valentine's heart with wings. It's very nice.
But when you cook that, that's like, that's a big piece of fat on top.
No, that's going to melt in.
So, Chef, we leave the tenders on this one?
Yeah. Okay, so now what we have is, we have chicken fat that we're going to render for schmaltz, the wishbone, the disarticulated wingtips, the drum of the wings, the main part of the wing, leg quarters, the backbone and the breastplate, as well as the keel bone. And we have the breast here with the little wing tips on the side. And that is our boneless, skinless chicken breast.